Hey guys, welcome to Never Alone Homestead. My name is Cammie and I'm bringing you back out to my garden. The reason I want to make this video today is because I noticed I had lice in my garden. Okay guys, I told y'all to come out your gardens every 2 or 3 times a day, which I did. I went out to the cucumbers and I went out into the tomatoes down there and I harvested tomatoes and took some more suckers out and took some more leaves off of here and listened to the bees as I was as I was picking cucumbers, because I have been canning cucumbers for pickling. So anyways, yeah. So anyways, I was out here hoeing around these plants because in a couple of days, I think it is, we are going to be getting like a week's worth of rain. Now, if you go back to my past videos, you know was complaining about my squash, and because I was wondering what in the world was going on with these squash, but now guys, look at them. With about 3 or 4 days of sunshine, I have squash. Yay, I got squash, y'all. And that's, I just want to tell you, don't give up on your plants. We are living in a different time period. Things are different. We have the solar what's it called? Anyways, check it out on NASA. And so we've got some things going on into the atmosphere that's created to actually affect everybody's plants, everybody's garden, everybody's trees, not counting the stuff that they have a tendency to spray into our atmosphere. There's a little bee in there just busy, so they are pollinating. They are everywhere. So I'm so excited about these bees just being busy at their job. That means that I'm going to be getting some produce here. So that is the day's picking. A good mess there. Yeah, very good mess for first thing in the morning. But anyways, I wanted to bring you out and bring you into this garden to show you this lice. Now, when I first saw it, I thought I got a disease. And as I was hoeing around these plants, because I've been out here before daybreak, right at daybreak, should I say, and because it's in the south, it's going to be 90 degrees. Right now it's 72 degrees and it feels like it's 85. I've been out here sweating my head off because, this is a little bit of work kind of hoeing around, but the humidity is high. And as I was hoeing around and I got near these butter beans, I noticed I had lice. Now you see where it's brown at? I thought it was disease, and I kept pondering on it as I was hoeing, putting some dirt around these plants, and then it dawned on me. You see how brown that is? That stem there is not supposed to be brown. They are supposed to be green. That one's got a little bit of lice onto it, but some of them don't. You see how that is? It's supposed to be green, nice and green. And so what this lice does, it knocks your it eats far as I know, it eats your little butter beans, because it was all over some of my little butter beans, and knocks the plants off and eats the plants. It just covers it. And so I got a gnat in my eye. Yeah, out in the country. So so what I did, I took and went and got some 7 Dust. Now, if I had been out here 2 days ago, which I had been out here with the tomatoes and the cucumbers, but I usually like to walk through my garden because, you see, it don't take but a couple hours and your garden still got that gnat. Your garden can be destroyed. Your garden could be, with disease, with insects, or any, something like that. You have to stay constantly looking at your garden. Now, I have been busy with my mama's affairs, trying to help her and take care of some things that I have to, maintain mine and hers. So y'all pray for me on that. So yeah, so so I just didn't get over here and hoe around these plants like I wanted to. And figured, well, I'll do it actually I was going to do it yesterday afternoon. And then when I was tired, and I said, well, I'll get up early in the morning. I'll get up at crack of day, and I'll come out here before it's hot, because it was hot yesterday afternoon. Even though in the late afternoon, this partial of this garden will be shaded, which is very nice. So guys, I just wanted to bring you along and show you, hey, I got lice. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that mess. It's all over it. Now, normally when I stay on top of my stuff, this wouldn't been this bad. I would have saw it and I would have dealt with it. And how I would have dealt with it is put 7 dust onto it. Now, it's not going to hurt. These 7 dust is not going to hurt anything here because, first of all, we're going to get a lot of rain. But look at this. There's a point in time, you can go organic, but there's a point in time that you have to do something other. You don't have any choice, or you're going to lose your crop. So whether it's hornworms, whether it's hornworms or whatever type of insect, disease, there's a point in time you have to do something other. Still get these sand gnats. Early this morning it was the mosquitoes, now it's sand gnats. So it is the country. I'm way out here in the country, so like country. But guys, I just want to bring you along and show you some of these, show you what's going on. Now here, these were like that size. They are up, they're literally, see, they're up past my knee. And they're past my knee, but what I did this morning, because should have did it a little bit ways back, maybe last week, but they've grown so much in the last couple of days, is I like to go, I've always pruned some of my leaves back. If you listen to my videos, I'm always talking about pruning leaves back because they're just leaves. And what I do, especially since these okra are so close, since these okra are so close, I usually take the leaves out. As they grow up to 6 feet tall, I still cut the leaves out and I throw them into the garden, and they deteriorate. So at the end of the season, I got all these leaves, this big stalk, and I got something to do with it. So this is what I'm also going to be doing. I'm going to have to go through and like I did here, because see, they're so close, right? But it'll be fine as long as I take some of these leaves out. And that's what's down there. Take some of these leaves out and give the other ones the opportunity to grow. And that way, even when the plants get big, you see that right there? So what I'm going to do is just take this leaf out right here. The sun will create that to pop up, and you can plant it that close. So here is some, look like good. Okay, so there's okra. You see, there's okra. There's one there, there's one there. And really, in a couple of days, I'll have to cut those. I don't want them to get too tough to begin with. But I've definitely got to go in here and cut some of these leaves out. Just to give it space, just to give it room. It's not going to hurt the plant. It'll continue growing up big and strong. But just like any type of plant, whether it's a house plant, you just have to make room. And see, you just have to make room for the plant. Because see, there's one right there, and some of them I pulled up. Now, I'll be pulling this one up because they don't need to be in there. But you see how close, they are? And there's too many right there. So I've got to go in here and start pruning some out. It's just time now. And what I did, as I always do, is I take and let them grow, see which one is the strongest, see which one gets the biggest, and then I take the weak ones out. I just kind of start spacing out. So, y'all, I'm so excited about that squash, or those squash. Last week, these things were pitiful. They were just pitiful. They was just like they got stuck, but they're not stuck anymore. And hopefully they'll continue on like this. So I have not watered this garden. The ground is still moist. It's still wet. And we got rain coming. I definitely don't want to water it since the ground is It's really perfect, actually, at this point in time. The cucumbers are a little dry because their roots are close to the top. But like I said, you know, we got rain coming. So with all things, you got to walk in wisdom. You got to walk in understanding. You got to walk into knowledge. And so with my knowledge, my understanding, I'm just going to let them sit there and just soak up this sun and let their roots kind of dry out. So when it does rain, they're just going to soak up the rain. All right, guys, listen, be prepared. Get your house in order. Have your garden, have containers. Remember in my past videos, I have mentioned that. But, you know, what if something was to happen? Are you prepared? You know, what if the grocery stores don't have the food supply to supply the world? They don't have it now. And we can go in there and say, oh, they're replenishing. No, if you really take a close look, this is not stocked back up like it's supposed to be. It's still not. It's not going to be. And, you know, I go in there to get stuff for my mom, and I'm just like still amazed. I'm just, you know, because I know the Bible talks about there's a point in time the famine's going to come. There's a point in time destruction's going to come. There's a point in time things are going to happen. And if we are not prepared, if you're not prepared, you know, you can be prepared, and still die in the situation. I know that sounds like doom and gloom. No, it's wisdom. You know, when we have gardens, we prepare the gardens. We put the seed in. We prepare the ground. We put the seed in the ground. We watch over it. We nourish it. We help it grow up. And then we store it. And that's what we've got to be doing right now. Because if something was to happen after we've gone through this pandemic that's still going on, and what if, you know, it just gets worse? It's already getting worse. So it's not a place to go hoarding the food at the grocery store. It is a time to start learning how to grow our own food. God is wanting us to get back to nature, get back to what He's called us to do, get back of having our own food, growing our own food. You know, not relying off of the government. Rely off on God and rely on the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that you can get right now. So guys, I'm still working on my own. And I'm going to put those raised beds. And actually, I was going to put those two on top of one another. I still got wood in there. But, you know, that's another story in itself. So I haven't been able to get back to that. But hey, it's continue on, right? It's about being determined. It's about being prepared and doing the best that you can where you're at and what you can do with what you got. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. God bless you. Please subscribe, please share, please like, and please hit that bell so you can hear my next, you hear the bell so you can hear the next notification that's coming up. Guys, I'm going to have more things, but remember, watch your garden. Watch your garden. Be on it. Because if you don't, insects, disease will be on it. Stay up with it. Because I like these over here that doesn't have any of those lice on it than looking at this right here that's invaded my plants. All right, guys, God bless you. Thank you for watching. And remember, make it a great day.